What do you think about credit cards? Do you think we should actually even be using credit cards? Why are people so scared to use credit cards? Are there even any benefits to using credit cards? We're going to be answering all of these questions and more in this video. So why don't y'all go ahead and get down in the comment section, go ahead and hit that like button, and actually go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as we talk about how to actually use credit cards. First, let's go ahead and get the elephant out of the room. Credit cards should not be feared whatsoever. Now, I understand why a lot of people fear credit cards. I understand why people don't get credit cards for several reasons. A lot of times they've been brought up in the family where they said, we're only going to use credit cards for emergencies. Other people just have a general fear of credit cards because they fear that if they borrowing money, they're going to eventually have to pay it back, and they don't want that responsibility to pay it back, right? Well, I want to let you know today in this video that credit cards, number one, should not be feared. And the other reason is because people lack the discipline to use them correctly. And because people lack the discipline to use them correctly, they find themselves mismanaging the credit cards and find themselves in overwhelming debt. But again, I want to let you know that credit cards, number one, should not be feared if you have the discipline to manage them properly. And if you begin to understand that credit cards can be used as a vehicle to give you a leg up rather than give you an opportunity to be torn down. So I want to encourage you today to help you understand that credit cards should not be feared. And I also want to encourage you to get on the side of discipline where credit cards are concerned, so that you can begin to take full advantage and full benefits of using credit cards to your advantage. Some of you may ask, how can I use a credit card for my own benefit? How can I get any benefit from using a credit card? Well, let me kindly explain. In business, you can sometimes use credit cards to fund your business so that you never ever have to come out of pocket with anything when doing your business. Let me give you this example. For people who sell products, they can go and purchase those products with their credit card, and they can sell those products even before the bill comes due on the credit card, and they can pay the credit card back without ever having to come out of pocket for anything. That's just one example. And when they do that, and if they use a credit card that has a benefits package along with it, they will also get additional benefits at the same time. So think about it on the personal side as well. If you get a card that has a cash back reward system or even a point system, you can find yourself getting cash back on things that you're going to purchase anyway. If you're going to already be purchasing groceries, if you're going to already be purchasing gas, if you're already going to be purchasing this and you're going to be purchasing that, find a credit card that's going to give you benefits on things that you're spending on anyway, and then you're going to get additional cash, or you're going to get additional points for doing the things that you're going to do anyway. And then you can find yourself having extra money in those cases where you don't think that you can get extra money for to do extra things that you didn't think you would be able to do. And a lot of people find it fascinating that they can even travel in ways that they didn't think that they could travel, all because they use these credit cards and find out that they have points, they found out they have cash back, and they can go do things that they didn't think that they were able to do. And so I want to encourage you, that to help you understand and educate you, that you can actually use credit cards for your benefit so that you can do things that you didn't think that you can do. Let's talk cash back for just a quick moment. Normally on the credit card market right now, if you get a cashback credit card, the best cashback credit card, you will find the range of getting a 2% return on whatever you spend on a cashback credit card. Now, you will find some that is a 3% here, a 6% there, but on average, to get a overall purchase percentage return is 2% on anything that you buy. And so think about it like this. A lot of people don't even realize how much it can add up over time. If you're using a card and you're spending $1,000 a month, right? And then you spend that card spending that $1,000 a month, you'll end up getting a 2% back on that. And what is that 2%? That 2% is $20. And some of y'all may be like, $20. All it is $20. Yeah, but it's $20 that you didn't have to begin with. And so if you're only spending $1,000 a month on things that you're going to do anyway, typically you're going to find it hard to be saving any amount of money. So if you think about it, you now have an extra $20 that you can put to the side or just leave in that account and let that build up over time. And by the end of the year, you will have you essentially $240. That's extra money that you never were planning on in the first place. Now, I want to give y'all this little caveat because I use this all the time, specifically with cashback. I find myself being able to help people in ways that I didn't think that I could help them before. And what do I mean by that? This is money that I'm saving using a 2% credit card that I was going to already be spending anyway. So if I find somebody that's in need, I can just dip into that account and be a blessing to somebody and help them out, all because I'm using money or I'm getting extra money on the money that I'm spending anyway. If I'm going to spend $2,000 a month, I might as well get $40 that month on cash back, so that if somebody comes to me or if I'm out and about and somebody says, "Can you buy me a meal or can you give me something to eat?" I will have $40 that month to help that individual. Now, that's just one example, right? Now, think about it from your personal example. What could you use in your life with the extra $40? What can you do with that extra $40? And so, if you begin to use credit cards properly, you'll have that extra money to do things that you didn't think that you were able to do to begin with. Now let's talk points. Credit card points. There are several companies out there that when you use their credit cards, they give you a point or they give you a percentage or multiplication of points based on how much you're using on their credit cards. Now, with these particular companies, typically if they're going to give you points and not cash back, you can only use the points mainly on travel, on gift cards and things of that nature. And we'll get into it in a later video that explains the better choice to use when you're redeeming those points, because a lot of times if you're trying to redeem it for a gift card, trying to redeem it for cash, you don't get as much value back as you would if you were to book a hotel, rent a car, or get or book a flight. And so I want to point out in the point system that a lot of people really love to travel. Some people just like to go and enjoy themselves. And a lot of times they find themselves spending money that they shouldn't spend to go traveling. And some people just don't travel because they don't have the money. Well, I'm here to tell you, if you begin to use credit cards properly, you can have some additional funds to go do the things that you want to do. I found myself looking at some of my credit card points and I just been building them up, and I realized that I can go on 2 or 3 trips and just use points and not have to spend any of my money. And that can happen when you understand the purpose and the proper use of credit cards. That's why in this video, we wanted to educate you and help you understand the real way that you can get a leg up and not get torn down and not have any fear based on credit cards. And so I encourage you to get down in the comment section, ask a couple of questions concerning the things that we talked about today so that you can be better educated, so that you can be informed, so that you can begin to have that leg up rather than feeling like you're getting torn down and feeling like you're getting overwhelming in debt just for using credit cards because you had a wrong mindset about it. So let's get down in the comment section. Let's talk about it. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. Peace.